So you often hear
Absolutely.
people say the swamp is in the way, and I think that's mostly Democrats and mostly permanent Washington figures. I think there are a lot of good people around the president. But some people around the president really are opposed to his agenda for ideological reasons. Who are they?
Yeah, I got to tell you, Tucker, in an age of Trump and America First, it's fascinating to see how two swamp creatures like Katie Walsh and her husband Mike Shields have consolidated so much power and money inside of Trump's GOP. Katie is the senior data advisor at the RNC. She set up an LLC, Red Strategy, to raise money for the convention. She has the Lawton Group. Mike has a relationship with Data Trust, runs Convergence Media, is involved in managing the president's data via Excelsior, which conveniently is run by his vice president of digital strategies at Convergence, has a relationship with WinRed, has a relationship with the NRCC, and the Washington Post reported that with Brad Parscale, Katie and Mike had contracts with 23 party committees and affiliations since 2017. And I tell people all the time, the most powerful couple in D.C. that you don't know about are Katie and Mike, and they really do control a massive part of the GOP ecosystem.
Right.
But I will tell people this, Tucker, I would remind them, Katie pretty much walked out on the Trump campaign in 2016 after the Billy Bush tape. She described working with Trump as trying to understand a child and left the White House after about 8 weeks, known as a notorious leaker. So there's some real problems with these people. These are two former chiefs of staff at the RNC who are establishment first and last, who I think are doing their best to make sure Trump and America First do not stamp their image on the GOP. And I think they'd be very happy if there was a return to the McCain-Romney days.
In other words, if the president wasn't reelected.
Correct. And I think this is one thing where Trump has to take a firm stance and realize he has the power and ability to make the GOP a creature of his own creation. He is the president of the party, and when he wins re-election, I would encourage him to put America First people in these positions of power, turn the GOP into an America First party, and the first thing he should do is rid the party of people like Katie Walsh and Mike Shields.
I do think most Americans believe government should serve the middle class first, and Washington maybe last. So I think it's a popular idea, and I think it's important for the administration to work as a whole toward achieving it. So I appreciate this. Ned Ryan,
Correct.
Thank you for that. Good to see you.
Thanks, Tucker.